حدثنا محمد بن عبيد الله قال حدثنا عبد العزيز بن أبي حازم عن أبيه عن أبي حازم عن سهل بن سعد رضي الله عنه قال.
We got our southern breakfast, you know, the chicken and watermelon. Can't go wrong.
Of course, it's talking about a name and my horse, of course. So when we going in? What time you kick this thing off? Set the block off. That's what you told me. Yo, you don't want us to do that. I hope this will be enough. Damn. Stop for the law. He said, it's war. Right? I heard my soldier, they ran amok a little bit. I'm very sorry about that. Keep it hidden from everybody. That's exactly what you talking about. Oh, man.
Gathering as much information and seeking knowledge in his community, which is from the religion of Islam, is getting knowledge from the closest people around you and benefiting from them first. After going through that, he decided to go abroad and study in Yemen for a long period of time. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Nice to meet all y'all.
My uncle called me out.
You take me in the brother's picture?
For him, I asked you already.
All right, can I take a picture with you?
We gotta get in line, man.
You got it or not?
He done jacked you.
Got it.
Hi, cheesecake.
You never use my phone? Okay, let me take my glasses off, man.
I got you.
Got my nice ring coming to us.
I gotta get a picture too.
I don't know about the Eagles. I don't know about the Eagles.
Okay, let's get back over here.
You like that?
I'm Giants, man.
I slid that in there.
I said he looking at me when he said that. But I put my money on y'all though.
Seamless. We know that was a bad call.
Terrible.
You ready? Okay, bismillah. Get this angle.
Make sure you get nature back there.
I got you.
You gotta get the pictures.
Yeah,
check them out
Please
first.
do?
Make sure you please.
Yeah, they good. They good.
And scroll through. I took
The
a few.
contrast is real nice.
Yeah. What's up? Excellent. Excellent.
Do that.
You have an airdrop shape?
No.
Or you can take my email.
Sure.
Save it as well, Shake.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, you know? We're not the only ones, you know?
Yeah.
It feels good. When I saw you walk in,
How old are you,
I said, Alhamdulillah.
How old are you?
In a couple of days, I'll be 39, inshallah.
Wow.
Yo, man, I'm double his age.
I know, I'm like, but
You know.
Ismail said he was
Maybe Salat, one of the last shit doing this, and I'm what?
Come on, let's get it.
All right, let's do it. Cool.
All right, so we turning off?
Yeah, we're just throwing it. But you're gonna throw it off.
All right, I'm steady quarterback.
Over there.
Go.
What?
Go, run.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Oh, 3S? Yes.
This is a little off.
No, because
I know.
Our street football's lost.
Yeah. This is next level. Just throw it. No rules.
Yo, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
No, you ain't make a touchdown yet.
I know.
Still got some passes, right? The end zone is that tree. Set, go.
No.
We out, man.
GG's.
see some very, very long, which you have to break your neck to look up to. Cut the rolls off. And then there's some that are simple and basic. Most of the time you find the mimbars are from wood. Wooden. Okay? Finished, painted wood, whatever the case may be. Every now and then you may find marble or things like this. But I've never seen a mimbar like this before. Never, ever. And what brought my attention to the mimbar is that it's, to me, it's, if anybody wishes to ask something, now would be the time. I don't mind, inshallah. I'm gonna buy your age. Can I buy it from you? Nah. You sure? I'm dead serious. If I could buy 16 and study, man. If I could buy an age, how old are you? Get it? Meaning that you're young, you can do biscuits, blueberry.
So this is the African one?
That's honey bush, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's very good. It has a natural sweetness to it.
What's the...
It's my love. When I come, I'll bring you this. I got you.
Are you coming back soon?
No, I don't like this. Honest, the only thing that makes it best because of the other guys.
I'm signing this form. Or just a normal signature or take someone? I'll go back first. I'm not here, my friend. How you spell your name?
ALIEU.
Change the game here. I done bought a bad watermelon. Great grandmother. I raised my great grandmother. That was on a farm, just like this. So great grandma said, "They're telling me Jesus and God are the same person at the church. I read in the book it says different. I'm not going back." She said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you, you got two options." She said, "You go or you work on the farm." That was it. She said, "I don't go there because they're hypocrites anyway." So I said, I worked on the farm. So I knew how to do slaughter the hogs, smoke the meat, picked eggs every single day. Eggs, chicken, eggs, every day. Plums. We never went to the store for any vegetable, nothing, That was just what it was, We lived that life.
Straight out of the garden.
Yeah, everything was straight off the farm, everything, I never knew what the grocery store was when it came to vegetables. We never bought tomatoes, nothing, cucumbers, none of that. We were just seasonal eaters, right? So my whole community was right there. My father, my grandmother, my other grandmother, my mother, my father's parents was on the same street, same side of the street. So my whole family was right there. So when I embraced Islam at 10, is when I went to New York. My father was living in New York at the time. He was married here in New York, and I was in North Carolina. So I'm now the only Muslim, got these, got the Fatiha on paper, I'm rocking the kufi. I'm proud of my religion. Everybody take the kufi out, throw it around the bus, crazy stuff. I'm getting upset, man. I'm the only one trying to practice faith. No believers. My father's in New York. I'm the only one down in the South. So I took the beatings, Then my father took me to New York on, the Christmas vacation. I stayed 2 weeks up there. And I go to Masjid Ikhwa during that time. First time I ever seen men pray in my life. All I ever seen men do is sit on the side in the men's section, hair falling out. They stand up and they sing. That's all I ever seen. They were always dressed dignified in their suits, but they never ever prayed other than over food. Right? That was the only prayer. So when I went to New York and I'm in the masjid, my father goes in the line, slot line, because he didn't force me into Islam, but he took me to the masjid with him. So I'm watching him in the masjid and I'm reading from Matthew and all these that the prophet used to prostrate. And I finally seen worship for the first time, that what I read matched what they were doing from the Bible.
Right.
So I said, this is it. This is the religion. This is what I was missing, because I was a religious kid. I was always in the church. I was on the choirs. I was doing the "Thou shalt not kill" speeches in front of the church. I was in the junior everything. I was in vacation Bible school. I was a person that was staunch about religion. I was very smart. I could read better than most of the kids, you know. So I was involved. So I was always doing something. I was never home. I was always in the church. Every function they had, whether it was Halloween, whether it was Christmas, whether it was ever, I was involved in it.
You know, in the church.
Yeah, I was involved in the church. So
Preacher
when
never got around to the part where Moses, when Jesus prayed and all that, you never saw that before.
they don't even read that now. They don't read those verses now. You can go to the church, they don't read those verses. They're never going to tell you that Jesus, Moses, Abraham, all them prostrated. It's verses in there that said they put their face upon the ground and fell.
I knew I was sorry until I became Muslim.
Yeah. So yeah, because they don't teach that. So when I went to Bible college,
I'm reading already. So we'll be in touch. Beautiful, man. Listen, we're gonna link. Just get rid of Talib though. That's my only condition.
All right, I
You
got
gotta cut him out.
See, it's on video right now.
Yeah. I can't mess with that guy. Friendly. Hungry, right?
Yeah, like what you got?
That's a rooster.
That's a rooster, and this is a hen.
Roosters are bigger than hens.
Got some in here.
This one just might be a little bit longer.
I see. But that's rooster, huh?
Roosters look like that, but hens can look like that. See, if they got a little thing on the bottom and a little big thing on the top.
Then it's a rooster. Okay.
Yeah.
But you mind if I ask you one more question?
Further.
Since I finally got a chance to ask something first.
Bismillah.
So you in the martial arts or anything? Like, what's your thing?
I grew up in martial arts. My father was a big martial artist. So my household was always a martial arts household.
Gotcha.
Always. Yeah. What about yourself?
I thought I heard somebody, but yeah. I was into boxing at one point, like real heavy in the boxing.
Nice.
But you know, I heard some things about, you know, striking the face and whatnot.
Okay.
So there's that, and I was like, I didn't know if it was a thing.
Okay.
And I was like, I know at least at the bare minimum, could I at least practice it, like sparring wise. But even sparring, you're gonna have to get hit in the face, because that's how you get used to
Right. How
knowing
you
what
get
you're
good.
doing.
Right. Okay.
Let me get a picture with us, Aki. So I had so much business yesterday, I didn't get up.
I'll bring it out, inshallah. Bismillah.
Brothers ready? Take a bunch of them. I took like 4 of them.
Alhamdulillah.
That's what I learned that from women. You're
I'm
supposed to take more than one.
That's the skill photography. Take as many as possible because you pick the best one. Now, what were you saying now about the boxing?
Yeah. Like, what do you think about like striking the face? Because I mean, with the sparring.
Well, to summarize the points, there's no doubt about the impermissibility of casually hitting someone in the face. That's a fact, an established fact in the authentic hadith. Point number 2, there's a difference between fighting someone for a quarrel, fighting someone for a sport or recreation, versus self-defense, or even offense, when it's the proper time for offense.
Right.
Okay? The hadith, in general, the general gist of the hadith is pertaining to if and when, you know, Muslims, they get into something. If you have to discipline someone, you're not supposed to hit them in their face,
right?
Because it's a sacred place. But that hadith, or those hadiths, aren't necessarily dealing with, like I said, self-defense, necessity, let alone you on offense, you trying to, you know, you allowed to take your enemy's life, let alone hit him in the face. Okay, so I think the different fatwa about boxing, there has to be a difference between those who do it casually versus those who do it for protection, what you can offer to the Muslims, let alone the fact that there are measures that you can take to avoid getting hit in the face, such as, you know, protection. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think when those rules are obeyed, and in that light, I don't see anything wrong with it. Rather, I think it's a good thing to be taught to the Muslims, the young Muslim boys, young Muslim girls, learn how to protect themselves, discipline, you know what I mean, hard work. A lot of different values that can be taken from pugilism. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and that is a martial art as well. You know what I mean? So I don't think, Wallahu Alam, that Islamically you're forced to stop it 100%. casually, recreationally, hitting people in the face, you getting hit just out of, that's a different story. Wallahu a'lam. Have fun. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, maybe we can link up. Inshallah, do some camps, some training. You know what I mean? I would love to. I've always loved boxing since young. Always. I was always into boxing. Yeah.
Philly, all they talk about is Rocky, right?
No, Rocky's an actor, man.
Philly is a fighter.
No, they always talk about Rocky, Joe Frazier, smoking Joe.
You have your phone?
Yeah, I got the phone, Sheikh. Don't worry.
No, I'm just
that's a left hook right there. That's a left hook to the body, Sheikh. We different weight class.
Be in the area.
That's a heavy hand, Sheikh. I got the phone.
Mufti must be in the area. Everybody in Philly can box, huh?
I mean, you raise everybody, both.
Yeah.
In the masjid, especially.
Yeah.
You're always gonna find a martial arts brother in the masjid. That's a fact. Every masjid.
That's good.
And then when you're young, everybody slap boxing.
Right.
The Eagles. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, but I mean, anything that's building up, like you said, health, stamina, vigor, discipline, let alone actual protection, it's a part of Islam. It's a part of Islam, man, and everybody isn't peaceful. They want Muslims to be peaceful, but they're not all peaceful. People want to attack Muslims, victimize Muslims. No way, not here. No.
All right?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Don't forget, man. No salute.
No salute. All right, take care. Hold it down there.
Stay in touch, all right? You got the contact, all right?
Got you, bro.
Stay in touch, okay?
Definitely.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, y'all. Y'all be safe here.